What's up, guys, and welcome back to the ProDota 2 National Cup here on the ProDota English channel. I'm Mikelorus, going to be your only caster today. Sweden versus Romania, going to game 2. Of course, this is a best of 3, so there was a game 2 anyway. But game 1 was a wild ride. I think most people thought that Sweden had that in the bag. I certainly thought that Sweden had that in the bag, but it just goes to show how important buyback is. If you buy back on a gyrocopter and then die immediately afterwards, not going to be that great. 2 racks is up, no problem as long as you win one decisive fight as Team Romania push in for the win. Everyone's going to be happy, especially those rooting for Romania. Maybe Sweden not as much so. But yeah, either way, it was Romania to kind of eke out a win there. Far from convincing victory from them, but I just want to point out something I did not mention in the last game. The usage of the sheep stick. They used it every single time they saw the gyrocopter Satanic up. And Satanic now has that red glow effect, so it's a little bit easier to see that. But there were like no hits from the Satanic raid in that last fight. Every single time gyrocopter dropped low, he's like, I'll just pop my Satanic and then I'll just kill everybody. But that didn't happen because he was always sheep straight afterwards. So great management of the gyrocopter from Team Romania. Just locking him down, preventing him from getting back up to full HP, and, well, just killing him off twice. Easy game. And that's going to mean that they are 1 game in the lead. Again, if they win this, then they're on their way to face Team Russia in the next phase of this tournament. That's going to be happening. I don't know when. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be casting it, but that doesn't even matter. Because what we have right now is another draft. Tusk should be in consideration here for Team Romania, though Shadow Fiend, Io. Ancient Apparition going to get banned out, interestingly enough, for Team Sweden. Or I guess by Team Sweden for Team Romania.
Reserve time.
That's a very interesting ban out. Unless they really want to pick up a Huskar or something like that. Usually you can leave the Ancient Apparition to a little bit later, I would say. Or at least, you know, ban him out later. Ban him out in the second phase. I don't think there are many Ancient Apparition first picks. He's definitely a good hero, but not that good.
Radiant team.
I'd be a little more scared about the Tusk, Undying, Queen of Pain. The Wind Ranger first pick worked out pretty well. But Undying is going to be the selection here for Team Romania. I'm going for maybe a little bit of a cheesy strategy, much like the last time. Cheese works, it works, and Undying isn't, you know, full cheese, but it is setting Romania off on the aggressive path. Darkseer Tusk, though, difficult heroes to dislodge. Even though Undying's Decay, great, especially versus this Tusk. Yeah, you really need to have a little bit more oomph if you're going to take down these two. We'll see what hero the oomph is going to come out of for Team Romania. Expect the Undying just to be going towards offlane. Maybe going to have some sort of dual lane capacity, but I'm not really sure if that's in the cards right now.
10 seconds remaining.
The Swedish side, Tusk support, Darkseer offlane, pretty standard stuff there. Darkseer did do a hell of a lot of work in that last game. Mostly through his items. I mean, the walls were kind of But hey, if you have the items at the right place at the right time, especially that sheep stick, to a lesser extent, I think the Ghost Scepter Ethereal Blade, yeah, you're going to be contributing quite a bit anyway. By the way, it is a good, a nice open-ended start for this Swedish side. As for Team Romania, not going to go full aggro, nothing too crazy just yet. Just a Queen of Pain. And one of the more secure mid laners was first banned, I believe, in the last phase, or second banned. Banned early, let's say, in the last game. The Wind Ranger's still in the pool, and I'm pretty sure for Team Sweden, they're going to be more than happy to grab that if they're allowed to.
Radiant team ban.
Dazzle, Winter Wyvern, also 2 big heroes that are still here. Not really sure if we're going to see... it's probably a little bit better for Sweden to grab those. Those defensive-oriented heroes, maybe Dazzle a little bit better for Team Romania. I think Dazzle's just a little better than Winter Wyvern. Who am I kidding? That's just me. Barely, though. Barely. They would honestly fit into either side really, really well.
5 seconds
Now we see this Ancient Apparition ban kind of being a little bit awkward right now.
Reserve time.
Yeah, Dazzle's going to be taken out. And the first pick is in favor of Team Sweden. But, yeah. Aside from that, like, where's the Ancient Apparition supposed to fit in here? I'm not really sure. Dazzle Gyrocopter out. Night Stalker. Is
seconds
it going to be a
remaining.
Spirit Breaker out? Maybe.
5 seconds remaining.
It really depends on how aggressive Team Romania want to be. They can be super
Reserve
assertive with an
time.
Undying Queen of Pain start. They can even put the brakes on if they want to pave the way for like an Ember Spirit late game or something like that. Doesn't seem terrible right now, although they would really want to steer the draft in that direction. I mean, the Swedish side is definitely taking their time. It is going to be Spirit Breaker to be banned out. So for Team Romania, their aggressive power in this Undying lane kind of hamstrung. And you really want to have an Undying with a Spirit Breaker or a Night Stalker. That's how you really get those kills. Slaughdar to a lesser extent, or a Tusk. Those heroes are just not available. They're, in fact, most of them on the Swedish side. The Ember Spirit's going to be the pick for Team Sweden now. Going to mix things up in that regard. Romania so far have no good answers to an Ember Spirit. Need some form of lockdown. I was going to say, they really at this point need to grab someone like a Lion, but Bane's not too bad either. Now is not the time for Fear Ember Spirit. That comes later. Then a Rubik pick. Interesting progression here from the Swedish side. The combos with Rubik Ember Spirit are certainly there if you're going to be going a safe lane Ember Spirit. With a Tusk, you can also get it done. Aside from that, I mean, you have some pretty good skill steal, grip, free steal for the Rubik. Seal grip and cancel grip with grip. Hell yeah, that's what you want to be doing as Rubik. But that also would have been a decent pick for Romania. I mean, they really just need a little bit more to deal with this Ember. Or they need Queen of Pain to have a really good laning stage and get a really fast Orchid. Which seems like should be the name of the game in this particular one. Silencing a Darkseer, Ember Spirit, Rubik, these are all at a premium.
Reserve time.
But Romania probably trying to angle themselves towards a Slark pick, I want to say. In which case, pseudo disable, not exactly great disable versus the Tusk, Ember Spirit. Great versus the Darkseer for sure, and with the Bane. So I would expect a Slark to be either picked up here, in which case Ancient Apparition's already banned out, kind of covering them, or just give Mass Carry another Timbersaw, because it worked last time. Brute Force, gotta go in. Now, the Timbersaw from Mass Carry did do a hell of a lot of damage in the last game. I don't know who did the most damage, but I want to say Mass Carry was definitely up there.
10 seconds remaining.
As far as on Team Romania's side, probably it was the Gyrocopter or the Wind Ranger did the most total
5
damage, but
seconds
who
remaining.
knows. At any rate, Timbersaw for the Romania side
Reserve
is up against a
time.
Rubik, who's, a decent counter Timbersaw, but we saw that even last game when Team Sweden had a whole bunch of good counters for the Timbersaw. They just failed to lock him down and kill him off properly, quickly. Timbersaw offlane, Bane with +1. Again, should be someone like a Slark. Team Romania are going to let this Ember Spirit be Ember Spirit. Not really going to look to get him picked off unless it's like a random grip from the shadows or a Nightmare or something like that. And they do have answers to the Ember Spirit, kind of, but it's just within the Bane. Alchemist is going to be banned out. Would have been an okay one, I suppose, for Team Romania. I mean, giving Aghanim's after any of these heroes is absolutely ridiculous, except for Bane, who kind of sucks with Aghanim's Scepter. I haven't seen it, but maybe next time.
10 seconds remaining.
Sooner or later, there's going to be a game where I cast where Alchemist gets
5 seconds
just that
remaining.
late, and then he's able to give the Bane an Aghanim Scepter.
Radiant
It doesn't do anything
team
except for apply Nightmare to anyone who attacks the Bane, I think. Which is kind of shit. You just don't attack the Bane. It's like, oh, nice Aghanims. I'll just stun you, and then your Aghanims is gone. Easy game. Still for Team Sweden, looking for a mid lane match versus the Queen of Pain. TA perhaps, but it seems like they kind of want to be playing this a little bit more slowly. In which case, going for like a Wex Invoker, trying to get a little more control over the game,
10 seconds
won't be too
remaining.
terrible. TA is a little bit aggressive. I mean, I guess they can try to play aggressively, but it's not. It doesn't seem like that's really what they want to be doing with this
Reserve
game.
time.
Who else can go mid? Can Ember Spirit go mid, and then can they get someone else to kind of fill the gap? Ember Spirit's matchup versus the Queen of Pain is kind of rough. It's not impossible, but it's just something they would really like to avoid. I mean, I feel like the large majority of the reason to pick up the Rubik is to combo him with the Ember Spirit. Just lift someone up in the chains and lock him down for eternity. And if you have a mid lane Ember Spirit, most likely you're not going to get that combo lane with the Rubik. Going for like a Silencer maybe? That would actually be legit. Mid lane Silencer. The matchup might be a little bit rough versus Quap. It's definitely possible. Who knows? Yeah, I'm probably liking those two the best. There's probably some here that I'm just a very obvious great pick that I'm forgetting. But if I'm forgetting him, then Team Sweeten hadn't picked him up either. So there's that. A Juggernaut. Okay, so we have a Jakiro for Romania and a Juggernaut for Team Sweden. Interesting, interesting, interesting. First of all, let's put this overlay away and grab this one because this one's cooler. For Team Romania, Massacre. What is on the Jakiro? I have no idea what's going on anymore, guys. I officially have no clue. But yeah, it seems like Ember Spirit is going to take towards the mid lane, going to risk the Queen of Pain matchup. Again, it's one where Ember Spirit can survive. You can, in theory, dodge Shadow Strikes with Sleight of Fist. It's difficult, but possible. And with Tusk or Rubik rotating in, you can get those kills as well. Since if you have that Sleight of Fist, you most likely have Searing Chains. You most likely have enough lockdown to kill her off. The Juggernaut as the pick. I don't really know if that's well positioned versus Team Romania.
10 seconds
And they
remaining.
do have, yeah, I guess, the power of Omni Slash to get these kills and kind of these more clunky heroes. Timbersaw's Escape,
seconds
not really the
remaining.
greatest versus that. Yeah, Juggernaut seems like an okay pick, but I'm kind of more interested to see where this Jakiro is going to fit in. It seems like a Mass Carry. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna let it ride, and we'll see how that how the lanes actually shake down. But Romania, they want to play this game super aggressive. Their scaling to the late game is pretty much nil. In the last game, they had a Tiny, and he did some serious work. This game, there's Queen of Pain and Core Jakiro. And I'm not really sure if that's going to be enough versus the Juggernaut Ember. So Romania want to get this done and dusted by 20 minutes in. Which is great for me. I mean, if they want to win quickly, that just means I can do something else after I'm done with this. Sure, save everyone some time. But if they're unable to get that aggressive nature going, if they're going to drop a couple kills in these lanes, which I don't really see happening, but if it does happen, then things can get really bad for Team Romania really quickly. But here we go. It's going to be game 2, guys. We have Krilly on this bottom lane as the Juggernaut. Frigolit's going to be helping him out as the Rubik Steph Styles on the Tusk with 5. On the Ember Spirit, Eris Loco is going to be handling the Darks here. On the Romanian side, got Massacre on the Jakiro. Played a mean Timbersaw last game. Synergies on the Timbersaw this time. Keanu's on the Queen of Pain with Razevan on the Bane. Illusionist is on the Undying. Is there a Nightmare here? Just poking. Gotta poke that Juggernaut. One more poke. Oh, come on. I believed in you, Bane. Oh, he's not done yet. Here we go. There we go. That'll teach him a lesson. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game for Romania. They have to get I mean, if they get ahead in the lanes, then it's going to be really, really hard for Team Sweden. If it's even, then it still will be hard. So they have to, Team Sweden, just dominate their lanes. And this is really where they need these combos to land up, because the Rubik isn't inherently a super strong laner. He only gets strong when he's with someone like a Juggernaut for the spin or an Ember Spear for the chains. Then he actually has his value. Or like a Luna for Lunar Blessing or something like that. Like, there are situations where Rubik can do a lot of damage. Other than that, he's really clunky in that. He's telekinesis is nice, but he needs some sort of combo with it. Fade Bolt, a below average nuke. I guess it can't hit multiple people, but like compare that to Dragon Slave, it's no contest. Screaming Pain, 300 damage in AoE, no contest at all. Frigolit's gonna stick around kind of in this mid lane, place an Observe Ward. Provide a little bit of pressure for this Ember Spirit, but still, this matchup is quite slanted in favor of Keanu. Even with Sleight of Fist being leveled up in the Ember Spirit, Keanu can just essentially ignore Shadow Strike once he realizes that 5 actually has it, and then, well, I mean, nice Sleight of Fist, bro, does next to nothing. By the way, this has been happening, Razevan chasing down Steph style, Benny Hill style. But it seems like we're just going to have a core farming Jakiro. This is about as aggressive as a lane as you could possibly get. Actually, the Illusionist beating down on Krilly. Nice stout shield. Oh, Frigolit now going to fight up against Razevan. Puts him on the high ground. But here comes Keanu. Shadow Strike not going to be dodged because it can't be dodged by Rubik. And he's going to get picked off by Razevan. Now they're on to Steph Style. These two heroes do so much right-click damage. They don't have another blink. Steph Style looks like he may just be fast enough to get away just by running out. And he will survive. There's another Brain Sap. Now there's another blink, Shadow Strike, and Scream. It's very easy first blood as the Rubik wanders into the wrong neighborhood. The power of these two, Jakiro and Undying in lane, is so much so, and Juggernaut's so weak in lane that they don't really need this Bane. Bane can just roam. I mean, he doesn't have boots or anything like that, although he now can purchase them. The bottom lane is on complete lockdown. And Krilly, it's only a matter of time, I feel, before he gets dove. mostly with the liquid fire slowing down the tower, so the creep wave will survive for a little while longer. Creep wave gonna be pulled away, so Crilly doesn't even have any creeps. I mean, nice of Razevan to get the pull for Crilly, but at the same time taking so much chip damage. There is no Nightmare still on Razevan, but look at all this free damage being dealt to this Juggernaut, forcing him out of lane, putting free damage into the tower with the creep waves that are constantly flooding in. And at the same time, they're getting the pull experience from these creeps and killing off the raiding creeps as well. So Romania are just dominating this bottom lane. However, Razevan in a bad angle versus Stepstyle, who has yet to level up anything right now, has now grabbed the shards. Dual Breath is there, plus a lift up onto Razevan. He's stuck in the Blade Fury. TP is coming in, and Razevan taking a hell of a lot of damage right now. They're going to drop Stepstyle first. However, Razevan still alive. He will get chased down by Aris Loco. Surge in. Crilly, though, none too strong. Dual Breath again is going to bring him super low. Looks like he will fall. Illusionist and Massacre now have to book it. There's another decay soon, and I think Illusionist can actually turn these things around in just a couple of seconds. Sees another decay, as it is Massacre to be hit with the Iron Shell first. Decay onto 2, although it seems like Darkchi will grab that kill. Now here comes Razevan, back from the dead. Has only a Brain Sap. That's about it. He's not quite level 2 yet, and here comes Stepstyle as well. Has Snowball and Shards. Really want to test Illusionist. Oh, the Shards, such a weird skill. Bumps the Bane out of the Shards. It's going to force every single hero, except for the Ember Spirit, to come down to that bottom lane, ultimately resulting in a complete lane switcheroo. But still, this Illusionist Undying is going to survive, now level 3, and still the pressure is going to continue. Aris Loco is maybe going to fare a little better than the Juggernaut, but not that much better. And now Synergy is going up against a much easier matchup. He is going for a really awkwardly defensive build, actually. Not really expecting him to go that deep into the reactive armor. You know, Whirling Death levels are going to be coming up on Synergy very quickly, so he can very easily smooth this one out. It is an okay trade for both sides, honestly. Maybe Romania going a little bit too deep. They ultimately do trade rather evenly, however, and still they have enough pressure on this lane to continue onwards with the aggressive style. Meantime, mid lane drawing pretty evenly. But of course, we all know the lane to watch is its bottom lane. Razevan now has Nightmare, so the Bane's effectiveness just skyrocketed. If you can actually get that one off. We have nighttime. Still, Observer Wards are here for Romania. The time to dive. Aris Loco doesn't have to worry about that many disables. He's going to get decayed. Not a big deal, though. Still has enough HP. More than enough, in fact, to get out of there. Interested. Oh, no, they're actually going to catch Stepstyle. He has a Snowball. Tombstone's going to be deployed, as will the Dual Breath, taking a lot of dot. And he's going to get surged out, but his Soul Rip is going to rip him out. And Undying's going to grab that kill. I'm pretty sure Romania, they haven't actually chipped down this tower. Those are just creep waves, random liquid fires that have been applied. They could have just said, okay, Tusk, you're fine. You're good to go this time. We're going to take down this tower. And this tower would be dead by now. But it seems like they got the Tusk kill, and they're going to go for more. So Romania, they're off to a good start with a draft that has its peak 15 minutes in. Oh, and they're actually going to catch Aris Loco. Time to take a snooze? Might be. They're going to wait for the surge first. Just beat him down in the meantime. Punch him. Yeah, get him. Eventually, you're going to have to cast something, Bane, if you want to get this kill. But it seems like they're not going to try to get this kill, although with Nightmare and Brain Sap, they could get it. They're going to go into the tower. Illusionist now stuck in creeps. No, he's going to get away, but if Riley's going to teleport in, Illusionist going way too far. What the hell was that? Okay, we're Team Romania, going to give a free Undying. Here you go, have some free cash. Snowball coming in. I don't think that'll connect it to Razevan. Shards will also miss. And it looks like Razevan will survive to fight another day. That was a little bit deep. That was a little bit greedy. But that's the type of playstyle I'd expect from Team Romania at this point with this draft. You gotta go in, man. You gotta go in for those kills. Never stop. Never ever stop. They also did take down the tower. Massacre is working on that mechanism, so the towers are gonna drop that much quicker in the future. But you could have just easily not lost the Undying if you don't, you know, walk into a tier 2 tower 6 minutes into the game. That would certainly help your cause. One tier 1 tower already down. Question is it time for Massacre to move around and start grabbing some other towers now? Because with Liquid Fire, you generally want to take the towers as soon as Liquid Fire gets level 3. And, well, you could see it is level 3. He's probably getting enough to wait until that level 4, maybe wait till that mechanism, then move on towards the other lanes. But the faster you can apply pressure to someone like an Ember Spirit, the more useless they're going to be later on. And Ember Spirit is a hero that can just be completely shut down and be essentially 100% useless. Stepstyle is going to get decayed out. Stone's going to be deployed. Keanu does jump in. Snowball is there. 2 men. Shards, and well, that's going to demolish the Undying. Keanu's going to lift it up. He is going to get Nightmare, Scream, Sonic Wave, going to pick off Stepstyle, but he loses own life for it. Double kill for 5. Use those triple remnants to get in. That means the Raise Van should be able to survive. Get himself out of here. 2 for 1. Not a great trade for Team Romania. Maybe disrespecting the power of this Ember Spirit. Trying to jump in a little bit too far. Undying, even though he is very powerful right now. He's only level 4. Mass Carry now in a little bit of trouble. He's gotten really deep just by himself. He's going to try straight TP out. There's nothing to cancel this. He'll drop a wall. Sure, why not? Drop a wall. Go ahead. Jakiro's just going to piece on out of there. Easy peasy. Down up towards top lane. Krilli's going to get dove a little bit by the Timbersaw. Again, only level 1 in that Whirling Death. Not quite enough damage to instantly pick off Krilli, but enough to scare the shit out of him for sure. Frigolite also going to arrive. And the Jakiro, where are you going to go? Is he going to wait for his mechanism before they actually group and push? Seems like they want to go for mid. And this is where Team Romania want to start stepping up the aggressive power. They can afford to lose a couple heroes, trade somewhat, if it means they're getting these towers. But if this game reaches 30 minutes and Raxes aren't taking... Oh, Frigolite is so screwed right now. Put into a blender. Rest in pieces. If this game goes 30 minutes and Romania don't have Raxes, or don't have like a 10k lead, the game is just over for them. There's no way they can win. They're going to start chipping out this tier 1 mid lane. Wrap around and Raise Van. However, they're going to jump in. Fourth Mass Carry Tombstone is deployed. Mass Carry does not have a mechanism just yet. Solar's going to keep him alive for a little while longer. Trying to kite everyone through the Macro Pyre. They're going to pick off the Darkseer in the end, and Mass Carry is going to live. This Jakiro is so bulky. Now he has his mech delivered mid-fight. 5 is going to be still spotted by these zombies, but the push is not going to stop. Liquid Fire going to make this tower is doing next to nothing. Jakiro is one of the tankier intelligence heroes in the game. Right up there with the Ogre Magi and the Darkseer. Bat Rider, I guess, a close fourth. No other real intelligence hero that comes to mind, so going for him. I mean, it's at a premium. If you take him down, that means the push is stopped. But if you don't take him down, it means you wasted all of that time. Raise Van's getting a brain sap, snowball in. Onto Mass Carry one more time. Can they lock down this Jakiro? No. He's going to slip away, and it'll be Raise Van take most of the pressure, but the nice Ice Path not going to save him, unfortunately, from the Sleight of Fist. Shard's now going to fly, trap the Illusionist in, but that's not even a tight wall. What the hell? Sonic Wave now coming through from the backline. Keanu's going to get netted down. Doesn't have a ton of mana right now. Krilli, he's in a little bit of trouble, but he will spin, dodge a lot of that damage. Frigolite, not as much so. He'll die, as Synergy will also fall. The Tombstone now going to be deployed. Krilli's going to get the Healing Ward, drop down, get himself quite a bit of juice back in. Mass Carry now trying to pick a fight with 5, who will just instead jump away. Somehow this Jakiro still surviving. Tombstone is going to ward everyone else from Team Sweden back as the tower does fall. Blink in, scream, Keanu's found Krilli. The healing ward, is it going to keep Krilli alive? It doesn't seem like it will, although residual healing, just one more right click, but they know that he has an Omni Slash, so they can't go in for that kill. Not enough mana on for Keanu, unfortunately, to blink scream. Oh, well, he's going to blink in, unspin for Krilli, not Omni Slash. He's going to fall. Illusionist, he's taking tower shots, runs right into the Rubik, gets zapped down. Now, Bane is here also. What are you doing here, Raise Van? He's going to try to pick off Steph Style, but doesn't have enough gas to do this. This is the Bane we're talking about. What is going on? What is going on? That's a little bit too deep for Romania to go. I mean, killing out the towers, going for the straight pushes, that's what Romania are supposed to do. Taking the fights afterward, they should be avoiding that as much as possible, honestly. Like, it should be Team Sweden to look for the fights. But Romania, if they take the towers with no kills in exchange, like 0-0 across the board, that is exactly what they want to be doing. They just want to take a nice little gold lead and then ride that one to the tier 3s. By getting into these fights, they're giving, inadvertently, 5 a lot of extra gold. And Juggernaut's not having a great time, nor is the Darkseer. And that is, you know, really bad, of course, for Team Sweden, but especially this is even worse. Aris Loco gonna get jumped by Synergy. He'll be fine. But yeah, giving the Swedish side any sort of kill advantage, any sort of experience, kind of mitigating the power that you get from getting all this gold from the towers. Of course, not gonna solve it. It's just gonna slowly mitigate it, but yeah, you really just want to have a nice clean gold lead and take no kills. If they were at 0 kills, if Sweden side were at 0 kills, Romania would be happy. As they're still applying that pressure up towards top now. Liquid Fire, so good. And this tower will die. Ice Path onto Aris Loco. That'll show him. He'll surge out of there. The tower definitely will fall. In the meantime, Illusionist gets caught. Tombstone's ready to deploy, but he'll fall very quickly. Synergy, though, is in the middle of everyone with the blender. He'll kill off the Tusk. Now look for Frigolite. Has another Timber Chain, will get himself right on top of that Rubik. That's another kill for Synergy. Looking for a third. 5 should be safe enough, although no, Synergy's going to go in deep. 5 should be fine. I mean, he has another Spirit to jump to, but it's really slow now. He's calling the Chakram. He has to jump out, but it's not going to get him far enough away. He'll get picked off by Keanu. Ember Spirit was really greedy with that Spirit. He had it. He had enough mana, he had everything, but he By the time he threw it, he was already calling the Chalk Room.
Attack.
And of course, the Spirit has the movement speed of your hero, and Chalk Room slows you down. So maybe if he threw it out a little bit earlier, he could have, forced Romania to either go for the Spirit or go for the hero, and there's no winning solution there for Romania. But yeah, Ember Spirit thought he was fine. They thought there's no way that they're going to chase me this far. They were wrong. Krillin now is in a little trouble. He's split pushing down towards the bottom lane by himself, being stalked by the Undying. I think there's a zombie behind you, Krillin. Don't look now. Keep running. He's going to spin out. He doesn't have a TP, but where's he going? Okay, well, he's going to get gripped. Yeah, I mean, I guess spin TP wouldn't have saved him anyway because Razevan had that grip, but I guess Krillin's space created. Kind of. Not that much space. Some space. The tower, unfortunately, for Team Sweden is now in deny range, and it should be denied. Even going to be fortified just to secure it. Punch the tower, Illusionist. You got it, man. I believe in you. There you go.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
Sucks when you're up against a push comp, and the only tower that you can get gets denied.
Dire's
Feels
top
so
tower
bad,
under
man.
attack.
That's just the worst feeling in the world. Maybe they're going to get another opportunity for a top lane tower, but Timbersaw is huge at this point. He's level 9, first of all, and that's like enough to make him a significant threat, but he's also working with essentially a soul booster in his inventory. At least the health components of that. So yeah, you got some pretty nice health. You got some pretty nice fat on this Timbersaw. The timber was fat. And it's just a matter of time for Romania to decide to go for these tier 2s. Again, they are in the lead, and it's only 13 minutes in. Keep that in mind, guys. Like, this game may feel like it's a really long, drawn-out game. Like, if this clock showed 20 minutes, I would not be surprised. But 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's where Romania really want to take down all the tier 2s. Losing Mascara is in a great start. Here comes Krilli. Omni Slash is available. He's going to decide to spin anyway. Mascara is going to mech up, lay the Macropyre down, still get Walrus punched up, Sonic Wave through. They'll lose the Tusk, and probably will lose Frigolite as well. Krilli is swarmed with zombies right now, and he's just not going to get away from this. Healing Ward is going to be deployed, but he'll get picked off. Double kill for Keanu. Nice Jakiro pick, bro. I mean, yeah, it's nice that you pick off this hero, but again, he's so big with the Soul Rip and the mechanism. And Keanu is also a significant threat with that Sonic Wave. 615, a massive gold swing now for Team Romania. Unfortunately, their Timbersaw was not there. Would have loved to be there, but now he has his Bloodstone, probably. Yeah, there you go. Bloodstone has to just be assembled in the items that's in his inventory. Then he'll be good to go. And once he has that, then Romania are going to be grouping up as a full 5-man team and looking for these picks. And by picks, I mean full-fledged fights. Like, it's not going to be just, oh, one cheesy pick off and leave. No, they're going to look for a huge brawl. Timbersaw is damn near impossible to kill off right now. Like, I don't even know how they do it. They have to kill off everyone else and hope Timbersaw is, constantly chained out of his... Oh, well, Razevan, speaking of chained out, he's going to get the grip onto 5. Darkness, not your ally right now. Ember Spear, he has backup coming, but it's coming really slowly. Here comes the Timbersaw. Lots of damage onto the Ember Spear, but he has a regen rune, actually. He's going to be fine. Soon as he can get lifted up. Can they kill off this Timbersaw? Well, they'll do something to him. What the hell was that? I think he canceled the Timber Chain. Yeah, nothing really going to happen there. Do a little bit of damage, but he has enough regen to get back up to full in no time. And, well, top lane, it seems like Team Sweden, they're going to get what they can in this tier 1 top lane. I guess it's kind of nice, but they might lose Frigolite. What are these Chakrams doing? That was actually Frigolite's, not Synergies. They're going to lift him up. They have to lift him up into a tier 3, I think, if they want to kill him off. They also have to not lose Death Style right now. It's taking so much damage. They're just going to go right in. So they're just going to man up onto Frigolite, knowing that there's no telekinesis available. He'll put him in a blender, drop him instantly. Solar's going to keep Timbersaw healthy enough to get that kill and get out safely. Earn charges, how many are there? Not many, but enough to get this Timbersaw back up to fit fighting shape. Plus they have the mechanism in just 30 seconds with Guardian Greaves on the way, and an Orchid on the way as well. This tower is going to take a lot of chip damage. Juggernaut's pushing up towards top lane, doing a little bit of damage up to this tier 2. Let's actually select that tower so we have a better idea of this race, but even if they take this tower, it's not going to be before their own tier 3 falls. Tombstone is going to dissipate soon enough. Massacre is going to get caught with the chains, throws an Ice Path. That's about it. They should back off, wait for another mechanism, or Guardian Greaves, or both, ideally all of it. Oh, Razevan, that's not where we want to be. Bane, no. Is getting caught part of your plan, Bane? I would assume not. Synergy's going to go in a little bit too deep. Timber Chain is going to fail, gets Walrus Punch, and gets obliterated. Sonic Wave, though, over the top is going to kill off that Tusk. Now Razevan finally has a path through it, but he's going to have to walk through the wall. Not a big deal. He's still fine enough as Krilli's going to chase forward. Does not have an Omni Slash available right now. Gets Brain Sapped, and vacuum back into a wall. Massacre, Ice Path, not going to do a ton. Seems like without Timbersaw, they're going to call it quits right now, but 5 wants in. He's completely out of mana, however. Now the grip Five is completely tapped out in the tombstones. No one's focusing it down. They're finally going to get on top of it right now, but Keanu's here. Grip stolen by Rubik. Not going to do too much up against Keanu. Has another blink out. Needs to get out right now. He's not blinking out. He's going to stay in the fight. Now he finally leaves, and he's going to live. That's for Rubik to fall. Ember Spirit as well. Sorp onto Mass Carries. They're now onto Krilly, who's completely out of gas now. Here comes the big hitter. It's the Timbersaw. They're going to pick up the Dark Seer. Shards are going to fly. It'll do next to nothing. It's Death Style. Going to reveal his position. There's another chalk room soon. Death Style. How do you like being put into a blender? Feels bad, man. Here's the jump forward with the Timber Chain, and well, he's gonna snowball back in towards Illusionist, looking for the kill on the Undying. Won't even get it because of the Guardian Greaves. Is this game just over? I think it may be. Everyone from Romania standing strong. Timbersaw had, I believe, 10-9 Bloodstone charges somewhere around there by the time he died the first time. He's back up to that point. He'll have like another 10-second respawn. This is going to be a very quick one. It seems like, oh, Frigolite's going to get jumped. Not like this, Frigolite. Okay, Five's going to arrive, but really, what can he do here? He's way overmatched. Krilly's spin is probably the most valuable tool they have. Tombstone's going to be focused down. Nice vacuum back. Illusionist going to slip away. However, Sorbs himself, he'll live for a little while longer. Guardian Greaves in just 3 seconds. Mass Carry, though, cannot get it off. He'll drop right before it's available again. And then Keanu, well, he has to back off, but no, who doesn't want to back off? It's Synergy. He's going to go right and assassinate the Rubik. Five's going to jump in really, really far, trying to go for Illusionist, but this Undying is no easy kill. They isolate Death Style right now. He has shards. He does not have a Walrus Punch. Flesh Golem now active. Illusionist can take a little more damage from that nuke of the Ice Shards. Five going to pop another shield and try to go for this Undying. He's going to get a really nice sword on himself, but he will fall in the end. It also looks like they did take down the Timbersaw somehow. How the hell did they do that? He committed Stokely, that's why. And Romania, they're going to fall back, losing a couple heroes, forcing no buybacks out of the Team Sweden side. And the end result is that the Raxes are held. Game ain't over yet, guys. Game ain't over yet. Keep in mind, it's only 18 minutes in, so there's that. Romania have their Timbersaw back up. And Timbersaw's weakest point is sieging high ground, since there tends to be fewer options for him to initiate. But now that he has Blink Dagger, the options are wide open. If the Jakiro lived for just a couple more seconds, got another Guardian Greaves off, that would have been GG, I think. The focus down the Jakiro came in at the exact perfect time. If they weren't able to take out that Guardian Greaves, then everyone from Romania would be so much stronger and so much deadlier. That was very, very finicky, perhaps, but hey, whatever wins you the fight, right? Still, this is not really where Sweden want to be in, a position where they want to be in. But still, Romania, they've collected that tower's worth of gold. They've gotten quite a few kills to boot. But even though that last fight, the tail end of the last fight, technically did benefit Team Sweden more so than Team Romania, it's still not going to be a clean win or to get themselves back at parity. They need to be ahead, very far ahead to be considered even. Ahead in gold to be considered even, I guess, at this stage of the game. For Roshan, Liquid Fire, Medallion. Roshan not hitting at all because he's lazy. And so this, at the very least, is going to give Romania another chunk of gold. I mean, it's usually the Aegis that you want. That's why people will go for Roshan. But hey, in this type of push comp, all the gold, all the experience can scrape together. It's gonna be huge. It's level 12 on the Jakiro, 12.5 even, double life on him. Oh boy, this is gonna be a little bit difficult for Team Sweden. This is fresh Sonic Wave, not quite Aghanim just yet. But the game plan for Romania is here. Very clear. Beat them down. Once you push in, then you push in again, and you don't stop until the enemies are dead. And that is usually a pretty easy game plan to execute, because you just move in. Just go. Just frickin' go. Rax is not fully restored up just yet. They'll probably go for the range Rax simply because, you know, they know that a little bit easier. It's a little more guaranteed. Or go for both because they're ballers like that. And they're just going to go for melee. Mass Carry stuck on the high ground right now. He's going to get soul ripped up. Krilly has an Omni Slash. That is a very potent tool. Glimmer Cape on a Mass Carry now available. Are there 2 Glimmer Capes? Seems like something happened there. Mass Carry's stuck on the high ground right now. He's just trying to bait out someone with the Aegis. The Soul Rip's going to keep him alive right now. Five's off to the side. Hasn't gotten silence. Oh, he has got silence already. Krilly's going to start spinning. Now they're just going to back off. Tombstone deployed. Mass Carry taking a lot of chip damage right now. Another Sleight of Fist. Searing Chains will not land. He does Guardian Greaves. And gets Soul Rip back up to full HP. Look at the sustain from Romania. They don't have any earn charges even, but still, they're giving Mass Carry up at near full HP. At the same time, poking at the enemies really, really well. Macro Pyre is deployed. Aeris Loco gets a really nice vacuum back into a wall. Onto 3 Mass Carry. Will lose Aegis. Illusionist will fall shortly after. As 5 is in the middle of the fight, trying to go for this Tombstone. Tombstone will be dropped down as Keanu's going to let loose with the Sonic Wave. Tusk down. And now Grip onto Krilly. Blanket from Keanu. Can they kill off this Juggernaut? You bet they can. Eventually, they will be able to. There we go. Double kill. And the Raxes have fallen. Timbersaw still very much so alive. Frigolite has stolen the Grip. Synergy looking to get that one off the board. However, oh, he just doesn't quite blink far enough in. And now he's in a little bit of an awkward position because he's going to get gripped up. Masquerade needs an Ice Path right about now. He's going to land it. Synergy's going to have enough time to get out of it with the Timber Chain. Now, Aeris Loco in a lot of trouble. Queen of Pain's going to pick off the Ember Spirit. Aeris Loco is going to book it to the north. He'll survive. And here comes the Ember Spirit. He wants back in, but the Rax has already fallen. It's just the Ember Spirit and the Rubik right now into an Ice Path Nightmare setup. No Ice Path just yet. Never mind. Ice Path gonna completely whiff. Okay, so Romania, they're gonna fall back, but here comes Steph Style. He doesn't have True Sight, so he can't quite catch the Mass Carry, but he drops the Sentry. Now he does see the Dragon. Can he kill him off? Seems like he should be able to. Mass Carry gonna put up a hell of a fight before he goes down, but he will indeed fall. But Romania, they've taken their objective. They've taken the Raxes, and that's exactly what they came for. It's exactly what they wanted. It's exactly what they got. And here we go. Romania are done with step 1, which is beat the enemies down. Now it's time for step 2. Beat them down. And yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta smork them all over the face, but yeah, it seems like that's gonna be the objective. Unfortunately for Romania, there's still tier 2 towers here, but you could also look at that as there's free bags of gold in the mid lane and top lane. Look at that. Who left these bags of gold here? They're everywhere. It's gonna be damn near impossible for Team Sweden to defend these tier 2s. In fact, they shouldn't even try unless they get like some sick wraparound or something like that. I mean, that was a really nice vacuum wall from the Darkseer, but the constant siege power of Romania, only committing the Jakiro there, that is just scary to deal with, man. So difficult. We see this very frequently from like Shadow Fiend lineups. Shadow Fiend does like 100 to 200 damage a pop, but Jakiro can do it too, I guess. They're gonna actually catch Jakiro, trying to reinforce the rest of his team. Do they have detection here? It seems like they do have enough. Mass Carry can hit with his own Ice Path, stolen by the Rubik. He's gonna glimmer himself out. His Ice Path cannot come out. Perfect chain stun so far from the Team Sweden side. Finally, the Ice Path does come out. Mass Carry will die in the end. Grip onto Aeris Loco. In the meantime, though, he's gonna get blown up before he can use this mech up. Krilly is going to arrive into the spin immediately to TP out as well. Knowing that nothing can cancel it, he's gonna get out, but Frigolite's not as lucky. He's put him through the blender. He'll fall. Now they're looking for someone else. It's gonna be Steph Style waving as he leaves. 2 for 1. But for Team Sweden, that might just be good enough. The tower destroyed by the Dire on the top lane in the meantime. Seems like they are competent enough, the Dire, without their heroes helping them. So it's still a tower down, a 2 for 1 trade. Now that trade is good for Sweden insofar as they kill off the Jakiro, they kill off the Siege Engine. Which means that Romania most likely can't go for this high ground push until the Jakiro comes back alive. That being said, it is still a 2 for 1 trade. And Jakiro isn't really worth that much in the net worth. Like, he is worth a lot to Romania, but not in the net worth chart. That's not where the Jakiro has his value. It's in the levels that he has. So that was, in the end, a great trade for Team Romania since they get the push after all. Plus, they make a 2 for 1 trade. Sounds pretty good. And they're going to probably make another trade shortly. Or not another trade, like, they're just going to go and beat them down because that's the game plan. We all know that that's the game plan. Time to go for mid lane, boys. Man, a pipe would be pretty kick-ass here. I mean, the enemies don't really have that much magic damage, but you become damn near invulnerable once you have that pipe. Or Crimson Guard would be insane. Or Vlad's. Like, all these auras and helpful utility items would be great. Even like double Force Staff, not too bad either against these shards, which are so far being a very large nuisance. Tower down. All the towers down now for the Swedish side. This is going to translate into a boatload of gold for the Romanian side. 15k in advantage, 10k in experience. And Frigolite's going to call for a second. Alright, so I don't know what Team Sweden has to do to get back into this. I would say get your sick combos off with the vacuum wall. Somehow pick off the Jakiro first to prevent him from sieging. I mean, the only reason Romania felt really comfortable putting the Jakiro on the high ground by himself last time was because he had the Aegis, and now clearly he doesn't have the Aegis, so they can't do that anymore, at least not as safely. However, they do have a Force Staff coming out on the Bane. No, they don't. It's just a ward because that seems more useful than a Force Staff. But they will have a Force Staff on the Bane. So they will make sure that even if he gets caught by the searing chains, even if there's shards, quote-unquote, blocking him, he'll be able to get away. And there's 2 Glimmer Capes as well, so just that much magic resistance, it's really hard to get a cheese pick on the Jakiro unless you commit Omni Slash. But to do that, you need Dust. And I don't think they have Dust. They're just going to use Sentries. There's no point getting Dust in this game. For the Swedish side, you just get Sentries. Because you know you're on the defense. Dust is not that great in the defensive situations. So yeah, it's going to be really hard to get a cheese pick on a mass carry if there's a Force Staff available. Now, there's not quite a Force Staff just yet. The courier has to get back into this, into the base, then all the way back out again. It'll take them a hell of a long time. Once these Force Staffs come out, there should be 2 of them at that time. And also, the tower is taking a lot of free damage. Look at this, mass carry, liquid fire, liquid fire, liquid fire. It's like, what do you do? Hope that the Jakiro misses? Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Yep. They need to get Friggly in position for a lift, but this is where he needs a Force Staff or something. They do catch Mass Carry in a cage right now. Soul Rip has already been used. Mass Carry. Oh, Sonic Wave into Friggly. Is that going to be lethal? Blink Forward Scream? Not quite. Friggly is going to stick up. He will survive. Sonic Wave is Aghanim, though. So it didn't really cost Romania jack all, and ooh, I love it. Necrobooks. Time to end it in style, man. I would like to see everyone get Necrobooks in Romania, actually. Just go in as strong as you can in that one-off push. Van glimmering himself in, looking for a grip. They get the lift up finally onto Mass Carry. Dual Breath is there as well as the chains. Force Staff not being used just yet. He's going to get Walrus Punch. Mass Carry still alive at half HP. They'll drop the Tombstone. Will be destroyed shortly after. So for Romania, time to back off for another 50 seconds. And can Team Sweden actually get something in the meantime? Oh, they get the silence immediately onto 5 right now. Sonic Wave not going to be deployed just yet. They do jump forward, vacuum wall onto 3 heroes. Really well done, but the follow-up isn't there. Mass Carry is going to get blown up. Sonic Wave, though, is going to do just as much damage. Synergy, he's going to get gripped up by Friggly, but he's sitting in the Macro Pyre, not really where you want to be. That's going to be a 2-for-1 so far. Krilli's Healing Ward is going to get picked off. Now he's isolated all alone. Buyback as Tusk and Rubik going to come right back in, as will 5. Keanu and Van both caught snowballing through. Keanu's going to jump out. Van doesn't have that luxury. He's going to Nightmare himself. That's not going to save you, Bane, and he'll fall. Getting caught part of your plan, Bane. Keanu, he has another blink. He's going to grab the rune, blink away. Should be fine. Although 5 really wants in. He's going to look for the Searing Chain Slide if his combo is going to fail. That means that the Queen of Pain will survive. The tower took a lot of damage there. Team Sweden, they make a really nice hold, killing off the Jakiro first and foremost. Good recognition for them. Once the Tombstone is down, it has a long enough cooldown so that Team Sweden can actually capitalize in some way, shape, or form. It's not really going to be like, oh, Ravage is down, let's go. It's going to be, okay, we have this small advantage where we can get something. Oh, they're going to lose Friggly, perhaps. Orchid Tick is not going to kill him off, but he is just going to get Blink Scream. That's going to kill him. Well, not immediately, but he'll die in the end. Use the Rubik on the push. And for Team Romania, their Timbersaw is still incredibly bulky. Is Aghanims? Is Necrobook on the Queen of Pain Necro 2? Oh yeah, you bet it's level 2 Necrobook. Gotta get those Necros going.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And it's time for Romania to continue their game plan. Rubik being down isn't really that much of an opening. There is no backdoor protection because of bottom. I don't really know why there's no backdoor protection. I feel like it's mid lane actually. Keanu's gonna get caught in the shards. He'll blink out. Aerosloko backing back onto Mass Carry. Glimmer out. He needs a Soul Rip stat. There it is. And now 05 gonna overcommit. Ice Path. He's gonna dodge it actually. Into the Snowball he goes. And then Macro Pyre is gonna isolate them from everyone else. Death Style gonna get put into the blender. As that's going to be 1 kill immediately. Krilli's going to have to walk through the Macro Pyre to get back out. The Yule Scepter up with the Ice Path to kill out the Darkseer. That's another easy one. Krilli is going to do his best. That's an Omni Slash. He's going to want to use it soon. There's no Creep Wave support here. Really big Slide Fist, but 5 is going to land right into an Ice Path afterwards. He's going to fall immediately with no buyback. They get the grip onto Aerosloko. It's not stolen by the Ruby. He steals Decay instead. Raizen will get interrupted out of it in the end, but Synergy's going to jump right in onto 2, blend the Rubik. Krilli's going to fall shortly after. I feel he's going to try to go for Synergy. Another Timber Chain through a double kill for Keanu as he swoops in and takes both of those kills. Sonic Wave, celebration, hallelujah. We've made it 29 minutes. And it's not quite 30, and that means Romania doubling up Team Sweden's kills are going to end it in glorious fashion off of a push strategy. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it when teams just mix it up like that. But again, it's going to be Team Sweden with not enough gas in the tank to continuously get those pickoffs. They needed a better early game. That early game simply was not in the cards. That means Romania going to move on forward. They are going to be facing up against Team Russia in the future. For the Swedish side, they're going to be facing up against, I actually don't know who, because brackets confuse me. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Team Finland, I want to say, although, whatever. You guys will know that in the future. Again, not scheduled just yet. I'm Mikelorus. It's been a pleasure casting this set for you guys, and I am done for the day. If you did enjoy it, be sure to follow the channel, because there's a lot of good Dota happening on this channel, whether it's covered by myself or not. Also, I encourage you guys to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Mikelorus Gaming on Facebook, Mikelorus, just like that, on Twitter. It's in the title. It's right in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. I will see you guys next time. GG. Hear that chakram? It's still spinning. Some say it's still spinning to this day.